What is going on, Arkansas Razorback fans, SEC fans? Hope your weekend was stellar. Hope you had a good St. Patrick's Day on Saturday. The weekend was kind of bittersweet for the Arkansas Razorback fan base. We all know what happened with Butler in the basketball tournament, the NCAA tournament. Wasn't pretty. But then, the baseball team kind of made up for it, for those of you who keep up with the baseball team. So, yeah, we're gonna touch up on that just a little bit. But before we do, I need you guys to do some things for me at the end of the video. I need you to like, comment, share the content that you've just watched, and tap the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. So let's talk about the weekend. You know, that basketball game just started things off pretty rough, and I can remember telling some friends of mine if the baseball team loses this weekend, or if they get swept, if something really bad happens this weekend, Hog fans, it's going to be a long, miserable weekend. And so Arkansas loses to Butler in a game that you don't even think, you watch that first half, they make those nice little runs, the two 8-0 scoring runs to close that gap that Butler created. Well, actually Arkansas helped create because they dug themselves into their own hole because they just don't play good defense, and Butler chewed them up. But it never felt right. And then even when they were making that comeback, I can remember I was picking up my daughter from school, and I was trying to refresh on Twitter and then haul butt home to try and catch the game on my iPad. And it was like that entire going into half, you still felt good. You still felt good. Oh, they made a run. They're there. They're okay. They're playing. And then the second half happened. It was like Butler just never really looked back. Arkansas never bothered to look forward. That's not how Hog fans want to start their weekend, but sadly that's how it started. The baseball team, though, would pick up the pieces. This Razorback baseball team, I know they started off a little kind of hot and cold, but they're starting to get it put together. Their bats are red hot right now. They just swept Texas in a mid-game, 2-game series. That's always nice when you beat Texas, especially at Baum. It's even better when it's away because then it's at Texas and you feel that much better. And then they turned around and opening up conference weekend against Kentucky, swept Kentucky. And, I mean, it wasn't just a sweeping. It was just a brutal rear-end kicking like Kentucky has never seen before. Well, I mean, I'm sure they have, but I don't think any of their fans expected it. Being a top 5 team in college baseball, according to D1Baseball.com, I think BaseballAmerica.com, like all the big sites that matter have them as a top 5 baseball program. And then for them to come into Baum Stadium and get outscored 39-15, I don't think they ever led an inning at all in that series. That's incredible. Arkansas, who's unanimously about a top 8, top 10 program, college baseball program. And if you followed Arkansas baseball throughout the years, especially under Dave Van Horn, being top 10 is, sometimes you expect it. But it's not easy to come by, especially being in a conference like the SEC. So Arkansas would outscore Kentucky 39-15, never trailing, and they are red hot right now. They're fixing to go on the road. They're going to play Charlotte in a mid-game series. They're going to play a couple of games at Charlotte, and then they're going to go down to Florida. But coming into this week, this is how according to D1 Baseball, this is how the SEC fares right now. Number 2 are the Florida Gators, sitting at 18-4. The Razorbacks are number 4. That's going to be a wonderful series. That's going to be interesting. Number 4, Arkansas, who's now sitting at 16-4. Ole Miss. I wonder if the NCAA ought to check into Ole Miss's recruiting. Ole Miss is number 5 at 19-2. Kentucky now is sitting at number 6 at 14-6. They'll drop. I think they'll drop even more. But I do not expect them to get swept again in the SEC. That's just not going to happen again. It could, but I doubt it. Vanderbilt, no surprise, top 10. They're number 8, according to D1 Baseball, sitting at 15-5. Auburn at number 9. They're playing some really good baseball right now, sitting at 19-2. Texas A&M at number 12, 17-4 overall, and then LSU, again, no surprise, in the top 20, sitting at number 19 with a 14-7 overall record. The thing about college baseball is it's similar to basketball in that, sometimes well, I guess all sports. I guess you could kind of say the same thing about football. Some teams earlier in the year typically red hot. Arkansas doesn't seem like very often. It seems like earlier in the season they don't play as well as they do at the end of the year. This year they're red hot, and they got a long ways to go. Like I said, they've still got Florida. Charlotte could be a kind of a trap game for them, so keep an eye on that. But the Florida series is going to be interesting. But again, Arkansas right now, according to D1Baseball.com, is the number 2 overall team in the SEC. We're going to know a lot more about the Razorbacks after this Florida series. But again, Arkansas could be red hot right now. They're going to slump. It happens. It's baseball. If you follow baseball, you know it happens. Sometimes bats just get cold. Guys, just something happens at the plate. Things happen at the mound. Pitchers get off their game a little bit. You start seeing errors sometimes where you don't expect. Things just happen. But I do think comparing this team to some of Dave Van Horn's best teams, some special things could happen for the Razorbacks in baseball this year. Isn't that something the Razorback fans need to be good at something, to be relevant? They are definitely, again, nothing new with Dave Van Horn. They are definitely relevant in college baseball. So hopefully they make a trip to the College World Series. Wouldn't that be wonderful? All right, you guys, thank you so much. We will probably we'll touch up more on baseball, especially after the Florida series. Win or lose, we'll try and get some content out. I know this video is a little bit later than I'd like. I try to get videos out by between 4 and 5 on Monday. But our new schedule we're trying to get on a steady schedule is Mondays sometime between 3 and 5. Wednesdays the same time, and Fridays maybe a little bit later, maybe a little bit after 4:30 or 5 o'clock. But I'm trying to work with what I've got and what time I've been given. But yeah, trying to get 3 videos out a week for you guys. But again, thank you so much. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And until next video, see you around.